Hello everyone, my name is Jay, aka Herc420 on Instagram TV and Herc213 on YouTube, and I am back with another honest video for you guys today. And today I just really want to address something that's really been dawning within me lately, and even around my heart center. I can really sense something around there. And I just really want to talk about exes and friendships. Having an honest talk about exes and friendships. And I just really want to really talk about this, in this video. I don't know how long this will be. Let's see if I could really adjust my volume. Okay, there you go. I just really want to address this important topic because lately, I've been hanging out with certain people lately, and it's just been like an eye-opener, both good and bad. And I'll just say this when it comes to like my own personal relationships. I'm not going to put anybody's name out there and show respect and privacy to those who I'm mentioning. And it's just like, and I'll just like refer to just like the whole thing from my experience. But, lately, I've been hanging out with someone who's very close to me and I care about her deeply, and even though she's a lot older, well, how you say it, a couple, quite older than me, I still respect her as a woman, as a person, and even, she does, for me, also, she really values my time and honesty and really encouraged me to be my best version of myself. But lately, I've just been really sensing something lately, especially, talking about this topic, exes and friendships. I haven't really dated anybody quite some time. And even just, I dated someone recently, and the breakup was just so unexpected, It was just like a blindsided thing. I didn't see it coming, but I was accepting of it since the person wasn't really into it, Well, changed their mind, I should say. But I just really want to address, what I've been experiencing lately, and I'll just get right down to it. Basically, around, how you say, I say between April and May of last year, I've been hanging out with someone who was very close to me. We were friends before we met through a mutual friend. And, we always spend time with each other. Our dogs are best friends, and, she's a really, awesome person, cool to talk to, lovely woman and all that too. And she's dealt with a lot too, coming from another place and experienced a whole lot of craziness and living into a new, different area. And just like, we've always been hanging out all the time, and just, every now and then, and she even met my family too, especially my mother before she passed. And my mom thought she was a cool, good person. And, just like even with that too, she was there with my mom's celebration, of, last year too. So I knew this person since 2018, I believe, quite some time. And just a few years, and, we've always been like close, and we just, like starting around April or May, we started to really hang out a lot more, especially during the pandemic, which is really crazy. I know, hard to believe. And just like, how can I put this? It was just like amazing. I didn't really pick up the signals then. It was just like, I didn't know she wanted to do something more with me too. I didn't know what her end game goal was, but with my end game, my goal was, and really being honest with you guys, I just really wanted to get to know her personally as a woman, just like spend time with her, whether it was just, going to the beach or the lake, or even just, hanging out with our dogs. That was cool too. I really loved that. And probably like around May, she started to really ask me, to be her boyfriend. And I was really shocked because, I liked her, she was attractive and all that, and just like the cool thing is, it's just like, she's someone I really trust, and I decided to go along with it, And for a couple of months, it's really cool. Had always had awesome times together and cool thing like that. Never forget that. Awesome times. And just like, around, I say around Labor Day, she decided to, just stop things and just, to break up basically. Even though I didn't see it coming, just like wondering why, end things so soon when things are really going smooth. It's just like, she probably didn't feel her heart wasn't in it. And she wants me to pursue other kind of goals and other stuff. And it's kind of like, okay, but I was really doing that even because the pandemic was slowing my progress. But long story short, that's in the history. After that too, I haven't seen her since like for around 8 months. And just like during the 8 months, even just like 8 months I haven't seen her, as it's been really developing and really just focusing on my goals too when it comes to my certifications with the yoga teacher training and the essential oil specialist. I'm really trying to combine those two things together to really trying to make a living for myself and make a name for myself in the wellness industry. And just, I just noticed some things that, that just hit me out of the blue all the time. I didn't even expect, like, then like this person just texts me out of the blue, asked me to do a favor, and then she changed her mind. And then this year down the road, she hit me up on my birthday, which is really surprising too, because I haven't seen her since. And it was really cool. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for the birthday text. And I told her my birthday was on April 12th, which is cool. So that's that. And then not too long ago, she invited me to her birthday party recently. And I was just really shocked about that too, because I thought I didn't expect the invitation. I was really going to text her happy something birthday. I'm not going to reveal her age out of respect and privacy, of her privacy. And just like, really, I was really surprised about it too, because even now, just like, I didn't know who else to talk to about this. I just really wanted to make a video about it and just share my open emotions and thoughts about it. It was just really, surprising how this friend, close friend of mine, really invited me to a party. And she always considered me as a friend, even when we dated at the time. And I appreciated too her honesty too. And just like yeah, it was just so weird when I got to the party. I thought I was going to see old friends that I used to see at the dog park when I met her. Just like, oh, okay, cool. See old friends, catch up, have a good time, just catch up on some old friends, see how they're up to. That's the cool thing. That's what I assumed I thought I was going to see, but I didn't see none of that. I saw totally something different. It was just like the whole atmosphere was just so different, and I felt awkward about it too. Because only people I knew was her and her kids. Cool kids. Nothing against them. Yeah, awesome son. Her kids are. And just like it was strange. Even she noticed that too, and I'll get to that in a bit. She just like, I gave her a gift. She liked it and she put it somewhere safe so she could listen to it later. And like she tried to catch up with me too, but she shifted her focus on other people, which is I understand because it's her birthday party and all her people wanted undivided attention. So I kind of felt awkward and kind of left there just to be there. It was really awkward and really strange. Even picking up some other stuff too that I sensed intuitively, it was just like really awkward. And it was just like, ooh, I just sensed some like intense stuff too. Even like, body language too, like, that where I had to really step away from the scene from her and the other person that she's talking to. So that's that. And just like, the whole party itself was cool, but it was just like I sensed some awkwardness in the atmosphere. Really crazy stuff. But other than that, I stayed for a long time just trying to help out, see if they need help, anything like that. Because I'm a generous, nice guy. I'm not a walking doormat whatsoever. I have my boundaries too when it comes to people who did me wrong and all that stuff too. And I rarely talk to those people, ever. I'll just say this before I get back to the story. I know this one girl who I dated, in in high school. She was a cheerleader. You know, um, she asked me out for the dance, and I accepted. And she was cool. And my friends were like, "Oh, you got a cheerleader to sit on your lap with you? That's cool." And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't know why, but it was cool. And then like we started dating. It was cool. Then she got weird on me too. And accused me of stalking her, which I didn't. I'm always an observant person. I like to look around things. And it was just weird. Kind of put a sour note in our connection there. And then like after I graduated high school, um, met I started to do some online dating. Dated this one girl um, from New York too. Dated on and off. Quite some time. It was kind of unhealthy too, I say the least, because she was really. Oh man, I don't want to say nothing bad about her, but man, like I just say this: when I was working at my job at a time, when I was 18 or 19, I really went on a depression and really starting to eat some unhealthy stuff, and I really had to like break it off and just keep my distance from her, even though it was a hard thing to do because I realized that at that time was really and then the baddest uh, in a really bad place, and so I kind of recovered from that. And then around 2014, I met some other person I met online too. She was from Canada too, really awesome person. Um, we started dating on and off, and just like we get along great. We still talk to this day. It was just like things going on with her life were so dramatic that I couldn't even take it. Even with the stuff that going on with her, I couldn't handle, and I was the one that decided to break it off because I couldn't handle it. And even with the incident, that just like a really misunderstanding about some posts on social media. I should have handled it better, but it was just like a misunderstanding. And I'd even just how do you say it? Could have handled it better too, I say the least. And I decided to break it off, even though I still sent her Valentine's Day gift. It was kind of devastating, but it was really tough to really break up with someone, especially on Valentine's Day. Really felt guilty about that, and I kept my distance from her too. Just to really not to bother her or anything like that. But she reached out to me like a few years later, and she, we're we're bygones will be bygones, and we still talk here now and then. But around I say 2020, like in May, and that's when I really had my first real relationship with someone face to face. But so, she was older than me, not gonna say the age. And so like we were friends before she asked me to be her boyfriend, and we had a lot of good times together, even though she broke up with me on Labor Day, at a sushi place. I didn't even see it coming because I thought we were good. I wanted to teach a class before that. Just wanted to meet up with her, sometime this week, and it was like a hot day that day. But I just really want to address that. I just find it weird with how exes still. Well, I say how weird, and just like to really understand how exes want to still be friends, especially like with me too. Like I'm not the kind of guy that that bashes women, degrades them, disrespects them whatsoever. I will stand on my ground and defend myself, if anyone's trying to disrespect me. But I'm not the type of man, especially who loves and are attracted to women who just displays that kind of behavior. It's never been disrespectful towards women all my life. I was raised better than that, especially from my parents, like my dad and my mom, God bless her soul. And it's just with this recent relationship I have, I was so just really amazed and shocked. I'm just like the exception to the rule when it comes to with her relationships, because what's if say someone um who breaks up with someone, and most people, like especially most women from from what I know, from my knowledge, where they really cut off their ex or they have nothing to do with them. But with me, basically, with my recent breakup, recent relationship I had with this person, she wants me to be around as her friend, going back to that friendship dynamic that we have. And I was just like, really kind of surprised about that too, because I thought she would never wanted had anything to do with me again. Even though I never mistreated her or anything like that, I just find it weird. And just like, it's great. How you say it? I say crazy, but it's just so strange, that most people who say they don't want nothing to do with you romantically, but they still want to just keep in contact with you. Even like with recently, this person I'm referring to, my recent relationship I had with this person, really like hit me up and asked if she want to go to the beach with me, and I accepted because I love the beach and it really is connected to my childhood. And just like yeah, how can I put this? Yeah, we went to the beach. It was cool. Even though like she mentioned about how the last time we went to the beach together was really strange too, and just like she brings up about stuff that we did in the past, even though she seeing someone at the moment, dating someone at the moment too. I don't want to put her business out there, but I just find it really strange if like you want to spend time with someone that you broke up with, even though you are dating with someone else too. And with me, I don't want to just be the person who really destroys someone else's relationship like that if they're starting dating. I'm not that kind of guy, and I'll be like a certain way too if like it happened to me too. I'll be like, whoa, what the hell, like why are you doing this? It's just that kind of behavior, and that's like it's kind of like I'm hesitant being in a relationship with certain women too, especially women I'm attracted to, because I don't trust easily when it comes to women, and I have my ways of women breaking my I say betraying me in some other way, or just saying things that that just dawn on me too, and especially with their actions too. And if they hang up or they say they want to leave me or anything like that, I just like it's just like you betray my trust. It's hard to getting it back, and it's just like especially being an empath as a man, it's really important because people think you're weak. I'm not weak. I'm just understand if I lose my cool, there would be consequences to that shit. Just like I say, if I start cussing someone out, I might be people trying to fight me, or I try to fight them, and I get arrested. We both get arrested, and all that other stuff. Especially as a black man too. I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but I'm just keeping that real. I'm making consequences to that too, and that's probably why I had to bite my tongue a lot of things too. Just really hold my emotions in, and just really that's why I've been learning to really practice mindfulness and forgiveness, even though it can be hard sometimes to forgive too if someone betrays you like that. But I just like really coming back to the story I'm sharing with you guys. It's just like I find it really strange, and how someone he breaks up with you, but they want to hang out with you still, go to the beach, that stuff that you used to do as a couple or even as friends before too when you met them, even talking about certain things. And even like in this person encouraged me to date other women. And I tell her, I'm not in a rush to date anyone anytime soon. And I'm just really focusing on my purpose and healing and all the other stuff. I said it to her face many times, said it to in many forms too. And she kind of gets the memo too. It's just like, she probably wants me to really be thriving and flourishing and all that stuff. Or maybe if I do decide to date someone else, she might feel a certain way too. That's something I think I'm feeling, but I'm not sure what it is. How can I say this? Something else. Yeah. And just like, I was at the beach, taking pictures, just like the water and myself, she's wondering like I'm to get any pictures of me, of her, or the beach. And I was like, huh, I just got the pictures at the beach. I don't want to be disrespectful because you're my friend. I don't want to cross those boundaries. And she was okay with it too. And then, like, we hung out at the beach for at least a few hours until we got back to her place, like around, I'd say like 9 o'clock. And then I left at 10. Then, like, we started to sit outside and talk for a bit, looking at the stars. And, since like a glaring or like a woman, like someone looks at you a certain way, like they're interested or something, or they just like kind of want you to do something, like make a move. Even though I never did it, I just, I like being around her company. And even though I could sense something around that too. Like, I don't want to be taken advantage of, and I really, even right now, I don't really talk to her, just like here and there, just like hanging out with her as a friend every now and then, not like all the time. It's just like, I find it strange. I don't know if she's trying to get back at me or something, wants to be with me again, or notice that, she hurt my feelings or anything like that. I'm just really confused about it. And she probably just wants, and she also told me she apologized for the awkwardness when it comes to her birthday party recently, because I know she wanted to tell me some intimate stuff about, with me personally. I'm not going to really share, but, all I can say is just like, I just really find it weird with exes and friendships, like, I know especially with women who break up with their boyfriends who want nothing to do with them, they cut off contact completely. But, there's just like the one person who's exception to the rule, and they want to keep them in their lives however they can. And they really consisted on really make sure they're in their lives too. So I just really want to share that too. I'm still processing this information, really trusting my heart center, because that's what I'm sensing right now too. I feel like something's up with the situation. I'm gonna really keep my keeping my distance from it too. Just let her do her own thing. Really, practicing seeing other people, hanging out with my friends. Especially being on my purpose too. I never forget that. It's just like, I'm just wondering, like, why use like ex-girlfriends who are just like known for ex-girlfriends who really keep a certain person in their lives even after they break up with them. It's just weird. Oh, anyways, that's like pretty much I want to share with you guys too. I know it's probably a long video. I'll probably try to share this on Instagram TV or and on my YouTube channel, of course. And if you guys have any stuff that really dawned on you, or just like something you picked up, or red flags or anything like that, feel free to let me know. And to the person she's actually watching this too, like, there's nothing against you too. I still care about you as a person. I'm just really on my purpose. Just even like right now too, the people I mentioned before, have nothing against them too. I'm not a hateful person. It's just, I just find it weird. Why I'm an exception to the rule when it comes to, keeping in contact even if they did break up with me. Just find it really, really strange. But that's just something I'm really still learning about women too, and dating, because I have no other experience when it comes to dating women. But even though I understand women's nature, but with dating in my life, it's so complicated. You could write a movie about it, or even a show. But shit. But anyways, that's enough for me about my stuff, and I hope you guys are really staying safe and healthy out there, and may we continue to creatively grow in our own lifestyles that not only benefit us as human beings, but our loved ones and our environment. Namaste.